It's true, Moldova has thousand-year-old traditions of cultivating vine and winemaking. Unfortunately, in the last decades, old technologies which are extensively used in this strategic branch of our economy made the vital wine exports decrease dramatically. In order to support the effort of the government of the Republic of Moldova in restructuring the winemaking sector, the European Investment Bank offered us a credit of €75 million.
The genesis of this project goes back to the summer of 2010, when contact was made at the highest level between the Republic of Moldova and the European Investment Bank, with a view to provide support to the modernization and upgrade of the wine sector in the country. Moldova has a long and successful history and tradition in winemaking. The wine sector provides employment to about 15% of the active population in Moldova. However, only about a quarter of it can be attributed to the local consumption. Therefore, there has to be a focus on export.
The goal of the program is to contribute to the development of the wine sector in the country and to promote the wines with names of protected origins and geographical indication. The objectives lie in restructuring the wine sector and the related industries, meaning the manufacturing of boxes, labels and corks, improving the quality of the wine manufactured in Moldova, starting with the quality of vineyards up to the final packaging and delivery of the products, diversification of the markets of the country by ensuring the authenticity of the manufactured wine products. It is risky for any country when its industry is based only on one developing market. We have to diversify the export markets for our wine products. Taking into consideration that each market has different requirements, we need a flexible modern industry in order to minimize the export risks. The wines, grapes and our national products, which are very important for our country's economy, it creates thousands of working places. That is why when we have export issues, we have big problems for the country and population. Asconi Company, created in 1994, was among the first beneficiaries of the program. In 2006, it directed its exports to the European, Asian and African countries, as opposed to the former USSR countries. Of course, the attention had to be paid to different things. Quality as opposed to quantity? Definitely. The company invested €7.3 million, out of them €3.7 million came from the EIB. With this money, 135 hectares of different kinds of vine was planted, modern agricultural equipment was purchased, and the winemaking process was improved. We invested in equipment for viticulture, purchased tractors, splashes, cultivators and other equipment, which will increase the production efficiency. We use modern and mechanical techniques as opposed to manual work, which is much more expensive than the mechanical one. Credits given through the Filiere du Vin are much more advantageous because the interest is smaller. Credits given through the Filiere du Vin are much more advantageous because the interest rate is smaller, the grace period is bigger, up to 4 years, and the credit period is maximum 10 years. Through this program, some essential exemptions from paying excises, customs fees, and applying no VAT for the made purchases. With this credit, we managed to modernize our winery. We purchased one more press for wine. We increased the area of tanks, meaning we have more storage capabilities. We also purchased other technological equipment, which is necessary for the winemaking process, like concentrator, filters, etc. The program on restructuring the wine sector was initiated by the government of Moldova and the European Investment Bank for the small and medium producers. Although it does not have large capacities, SA Ape Orhe was one of the program's beneficiaries. Having just one modern bottling line and wine processing equipment, the company was not managing to fully get on the market due to big costs of raw material. They desperately needed investments for the development of the factory. This is why they applied to the Filiere du Vin in order to purchase wine equipment and build a section for processing grapes. The team of the project assisted the company on developing a business plan supporting it at every stage. Of course, the investment was quite big for the company, and there were some risks and fears that they will not manage. After all, the credit was used much easier than the local ones. With the funds from EIB, the company managed to build a great processing and wine manufacturing hall with a surface area of 280 square meters. The most modern equipment for grapes processing and wine storage was imported. AP Orge managed to present its qualitative products in China, opened a company in Iași, through which AP Orge exports to Europe and the United States of America. Now it also wants to get on the Russian and Baltic countries' markets. Filiere du Vin program is welcome for companies because it comes with preferential credits and a very small interest rate, with a long grace period, up to 4 years, being exempted from paying VAT and import fees. This assistance allowed us to purchase the best equipment. Although AP Orge has bottling capacities of 3,000 bottles per hour, the management of the company prefers to pay more attention to the quality of the final products, planning on planting 30 hectares of vine, which will ensure the company with high-quality raw materials. After the lab was modernized, the company is paying a lot of attention to the quality of winemaking, with protected origin name and protected indication of origin. Of course, making qualitative wines cannot be a successful industry without related companies, which ensure an attractive image to the wine products. The need of a first-line company, which is manufacturing labels and boxes, first line could not be ignored. Thus, through the Filiere du Vin, the company took a credit of €760,000 from the EIB. The money was invested for purchasing exclusive equipment which no other Moldovan company has. Also, a line for manufacturing polyethylene packs and a flexographic machine were purchased. At the moment, the majority of Moldovan wine processing companies buy labels, corks and boxes from the First Line company that has massive export to many countries in the region. The manufacturing area was also extended from the credit. Storage for raw material and final products is being built that would contribute to a more efficient organization of the deliveries. Of course, the improvement of the final product's quality will be a considerable one, because the Republic of Moldova has not seen such large-scale investments up to this point. It is a major project with €75 million budget, which will contribute to increasing quality and quantity of the final product. You can see yourself what is the impact of this project. One of the beneficiaries is Cricova, where we are now. There are major investments here, which can be noticed already. Cricova Wine Factory, which has around 600 hectares of wine, a unique underground complex, large producing capacities, declared object of the national and cultural patrimony, it is in a continuous modernization process. It's a requirement of nowadays life that in order to be on top, you have to invest. Total amount of the investment project for modernization of the factory is around €9.4 million. Out of them, €4.5 million provided by the EIB in installment. The money is used for purchasing equipment for bottling sparkling wines with a capacity of 6,000 bottles per hour, also for slow wines with a capacity of 9,000 bottles per hour. The credit is also used for purchasing auxiliary equipment, modernization and re-equipping the bottling sections, full rebuilding of the yeast preparation sector, energy building and the section for receiving bottles. The wine sector restructuring program is also planning to lease wine equipment and manufacturing tools. Also, investments will be done in the education and research institutions which train specialists for this field.